January 20th begins in mist and river breath. The coos are whispering through winter fog, canoes gliding where Gadsden now hums with bridges and trains. Long before the road signs, the Coosa people gathered on those banks, trading stories as smoke rose from their fires. The Choctaw nearby drying venison and corn, their songs rising in rhythm with the water. The land already knew its own music, the hush of pine, the call of cranes, the drum of distant thunder. No borders, no deeds, only the circle of life and return. Then came the friars with crosses, murmuring Latin over soil that had never asked for it. French traders paddled inland, jotting down strange spellings of ancient words. Alibamu mobile, never knowing they were hearing the name of the people and the song of the land at once. By 1790, the quills of distant politicians scratched out a new claim. President John Adams signed the act, creating the Mississippi Territory, ink and paper, stretching power westward into places still ruled by wind and wisdom. Soldiers raised flags where the old councils once gathered, and settlers soon followed, dragging wagons through red clay and hope. The forest thinned into fields, the ancient trails became roads, the rivers carried both freedom and forgetting. By 1817, Alabama stood ready to stand alone, its first census counting 70,000 souls. Farmers, slaves, trappers, dreamers, all carving a place between hardship and promise. And still the story deepened. On this day in 1861, Montgomery beat like a drum. The Confederate convention met under gaslight, voices rising and falling, hammering words into the frame of rebellion. Outside, the streets swelled with rumor and pride. Telegrams flickered north and south, and the smell of ink, sweat, and candle smoke filled the air. Some believed they were building a nation, others knew they were building a storm. A century turned, and a different kind of light began to burn. January 20th, 1883, Tuskegee Institute opened its night school for working men and women. Booker T. Washington walked the grounds by lantern glow, telling students that education must be earned in the sweat of honest hands. Hammer on anvil, hand on book, light and darkness. He taught that dignity could rise from labor, that knowledge could build what politics had broken. The same soil that once held chains now grew scholars. Time rolled on, and the struggle changed shape but never vanished. January 20th, 1965, Montgomery again stood at a crossroads. Governor George Wallace faced federal courts, the world watching as Alabama wrestled with its conscience. Outside those marble walls, marchers still carried signs, and churches still sang freedom's song. The tide of justice, slow but sure, pushed against the levees of fear. Then came 1977. Birmingham turned to page Richard Arrington Jr. Took his oath as the city's first black mayor, standing where fire hoses once roared. The cheers on that winter morning carried the sound of generations exhaling, a promise kept in steel and spirit. The same streets that had burned now held hope. By 2021, the tide rolled outward again. traders and slave ships and cargo crossed the world. Cars, steel, grain and dreams forged in the same humid air. Cranes rose like monuments of motion, every container a story of how far the state had come, how far it still could go. January 20th is a lesson written in water, the tides of power flowing in and out, each age believing it is the one that will last. It's the echo of drums from the Coosa and the ring of steel from the shipyards, the sermon in the cotton field and the hum of engines on the bay. It's the day Alabama looks into its own reflection and sees every layer, the native, the settler, the slave, the student, the scientist, the citizen, all bound by the same river, all carried by the same current, from canoes to cargo ships